Lost in New York in Central
there
Park
must
with
be.
Nick Gillard.
So, people of New York, why do you not eat breakfast?
Yeah, it's
Where
weird.
can you get breakfast in New York?
Yeah, look, we were just saying, this looks like Coruscant. What are they doing there?
Order 60.
Like Palpatine's office. So should we do the whole thing? Okay, so how are you? What's new? What's going on?
Ah, yes, I'm good. We're here in New York. We're not lovers. It might seem like.
Yeah, why are you two guys in fucking New York in Central Park? Well, maybe Disney will invite me out then.
I have a package for you.
Yeah, but anyway, we're here trying to find breakfast.
Beautiful,
Which is
man.
The usual problem in New York. I don't seem to eat breakfast.
No, we just went and sat at a cafe and
There was no breakfast.
there was no breakfast. Yeah, there's nothing. So this is cool. This is like where you see it in all the movies. This is my first time to New York, by the way. Hey, who said that? Who said that? No, who said this? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? No, man. Anakin. When Padme's like, don't look at me like that.
Why not?
Why not?
We are looking for a lake.
Yeah, he's gonna throw me in it.
I happen to know that there is a cafe next to the lake.
Maybe that's the one that you came across.
That's actually where we've got to cross this road here.
Okay.
Maybe we could get one of these bicycles. Get one that we can ride together, maybe.
Yeah, them will be really fitting the part.
Actually, I should stop saying it because people think I'm gay anyway.
Yeah.
But,
Whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Whoa, hey.
did Seinfeld say that?
Yeah, there was a whole episode where they were like, they were saying something about how someone was gay, and then both Jerry and George were like, not that there's anything wrong with that. No, of course not. No. Man's sexual preference is his own business.
You have to qualify it all, don't you?
Yeah. I just say you figure it out.
Yeah, yes.
It's irrelevant. Are you a shit person or are you a good person? That's all I really
That's it really, I think,
to me,
all it
that's-
boils down to.
Yeah, that's it at the end of the day. This is beautiful, man. Look at this.
It really is.
It's like turning into Naboo.
I think it's one of the best parks in the world, Central Park.
This is the lake, I guess.
Oh, no, you're right. Look at that, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, man. Holy shit.
know.
Look at that fountain. I mean, like, you only see something like that in Europe, you know?
There are bears in here as well.
Bears?
And, and cougars.
Which kind?
There aren't really bears.
No? Are you just fucking with me?
I bet you there are coyotes. Yeah.
Do you get bears in the UK?
There is nothing in the UK at all that can hurt you. Not even mosquitoes.
Really?
No.
I don't like mosquitoes.
No, you can sleep in a bush all night long and nothing will happen.
I went camping once, kind of out in the interior in British Columbia, and I counted, I had 125 mosquito bites up top, and then 90 or something each leg.
Yeah, that's the problem. With
I had a headache. It was like,
Canada,
it was
bears
just,
and mosquitoes.
yeah, it was rough.
I think I'd take bears over mosquitoes.
Hell no. You want to get eaten?
Not many people get eaten by bears.
You serious?
I don't know. Well, what's the worst that happens? You get sucked by a mosquito and then it itches for a few days, or you get Lyme disease.
I would rather take bears over mosquitoes.
So you'd rather potentially die.
I feel like I've got a chance against a bear.
Okay. Yeah, maybe, you know, that's Master Cinderellig talking.
When I was in the interior of Canada on a movie called 7 Years in Tibet, we'd gone on a forward recce, me and special effects. We had ended up in this log cabin right in the interior with snow. The effects guys wanted to take these skidoos out at midnight, which I'd never been on a skidoo.
Yeah.
And the guy that ran the place said, be careful because the guy got eaten by a bear last week riding a horse and it got him off the horse. Hold on, I've got a phone call coming. Oh yeah, you're on Wi-Fi, I'm not. No, you rang me. But it doesn't matter. I'm on the phone to my uncle. He's very old and deaf.
He's like, I fucking heard that.
So here we are in New York. There is nowhere to get breakfast in Central Park. This place is closed.
Everyone's running.
Let's run.
Everyone. Yeah, right. Let's get some food first. Gotta say, you know, for a concrete jungle, this is pretty beautiful.
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
Yeah, I guess.
Here it's in New York. Jay-Z, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I live under a rock, Nick.
Yeah, what else? What were we talking about?
Something about bears.
Bears, that's it. Yeah, so this German guy said the guy got eaten by a bear, got him off his horse. And I was like, really? No, they're that fast? He said, yeah, like 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, they're quick.
I said, what do you do? He said, if it's a black bear, fight it.
Yeah, if it's a brown bear, run away
brown
or
bear,
just play dead.
Roll up in a ball.
Yeah.
So we left. And I was at the back because I was new to it.
Right.
Now I crashed into a tree as they went round a corner. It was at midnight.
Right.
Suddenly I'm on my own.
Yeah.
You know, they've gone, they They were all drunk anyway.
Right.
I've got to dig this thing out of this tree. It's like
Yeah.
stopped and I'm making so much noise.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh my God, a bear's going to come.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember what.
Which color? Yeah.
So I made the decision that whatever bear came, I was going to fight it. Luckily,
Did
no
you?
bears came.
Okay.
We're now on the east side too.
East side. What's the hand position for east side? What's the hand position? I don't know. I don't know gang signs, Nick.
So I'm here for today and tomorrow, but Nia is here until Monday.
I'm here till Monday, so no, I don't know. I'll just walk around. Hopefully, make the best of it.
You should go to Coney Island.
Coney Island. Okay, sure.
We should do this in England. You should come to England.
Yeah. Well, I think that would be fun. All right. Let's see what this place got. French cream donut. Le pain quotidien. Where do you want to sit? Here. You want to sit here?
Do sunny side eggs, a side of bread, and a side of bacon.
Sounds good.
Do you want that too?
Well, what'd you get? You got
I
two eggs?
2 eggs. That's a great shot.
Listen, man, I make YouTube videos about Star Wars. I'm not a
What is
videographer.
this?
It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, you too. Cheers.
Yeah.
I went and worked on a family division. They had a motion capture thing set up. I think about 12 cameras. I think they were all GoPros
Yeah.
in a circle, all linked into the computer. Did the fights. They pressed a button and they became these
Yeah,
characters.
yeah. No, I know. I told them. I got guys that have worked on The Mandalorian. They've worked on Star Wars. They
Doesn't
worked
matter.
on all the
Stuff
new
like that
movies.
stuff is-
They're like,
it's not that. It's that movement. You know, that is every bit that. They don't. Get
I know.
That. They will just get that.
I know. No,
you
that
need that.
they're gonna do all that.
Are they
Yep,
saying that?
they will. It's not gonna look like shit. That's
It's better not.
no, fuck no. But what I was thinking is that I'll fly out. Where would you do it? Brighton,
Well,
LA.
I'd be in the studio.
Right. So I would fly wherever you do the studio.
12 people, you need a big white space to get through them.
I'll do the filming thing. We'll have fun behind the scenes and wherever you want.
Yeah, I mean, I think America or Canada, because most of the people will get them from there.
Yeah. Well, in the
Other
States,
fighters.
yeah, I mean, you got a whole crew over there, right? So.
Well, I do, but this is on the cheap, isn't it? Not on the cheap, but you ain't paying stunt. I'm not getting stunt guys. I'm going to get we're going to get people off YouTube.
No, we're getting your guys.
Are we?
What are we looking at? Well, like what? Like ballpark. Ballpark.
It would be undoable to fly them all out there.
Well, what? Like, what do you think?
Well, you wouldn't anyway, because you'd have to get visas. It's a whole new
I
world.
would.
Whoever's making it.
Well, no, we would just film. We would just film a bunch of
You
dudes.
can't turn up in another country and shoot something. You have to do those things right. I think the smart way would be to get them audition people on your, not audition them, but
I got a bunch
get
of bunch of
people
really
on your
good guys.
channel that can fight.
There's this one guy.
That don't have too much attitude as well. 'Cause
No,
that's
no.
just as important because suddenly you're going to be in a room with 15 people who can fight.
Yeah.
And they need to get on. You know, they don't
Right.
need to be outdoing each other.
No.
Then they'll get hurt.
Okay. Well, I got a few people. Well, it's tough. In the third one, Vader goes against 10 Jedi at the same time, and I don't want any of this like one dude twirling his lightsaber, waiting to go in, and they all gotta.
Talk me through that, how that sets up with him against 10. Where are they?
In the catacombs, on Naboo.
How is it set up?
I mean, there's a point where they all surround him, and he's in the middle. But he just like
The only way to get through.
some of them, he
without
just
people. No.
takes some of them and throws them in the
Some,
brick,
one or
and then,
two.
but Mace is there too, so he can't really do too much.
One, but it's just Vader fighting
10 of them, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But
And
10
they
Jedi
surround him,
Masters.
They would surround. That's okay, but
Yeah.
pretty soon we're going to have to get that on the move so that he can move through them rather than fight them in a circle.
Okay.
But that's okay because you can move one into another, get it into a channel and then move through it. Once
Okay.
you move through a load of people,
Yeah.
you can get them all.
It's like Hapkido.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I did one on a movie. I've got a fight, it never got shown. I can't remember what movie it was. But I had to have a guy go through about 8 other guys with swords. And we got it with no misses at all.
Cool. Yeah, I want this one to look good because it's
You should be in it.
like I one of the stunt guys.
Once I teach you how
You
to
gotta teach me.
twirl properly,
Yeah. Well, I was hoping we could do some of that while I'm here with
we'll
you.
find a stick.
I brought my sabers.
The best thing is a piece of pipe.
Really?
Piece of plastic pipe.
Really? Okay.
And then you can smash them about,
Well, we can smash these about.
Yeah, I know, but you've probably got buttons on those handles, haven't you?
Yeah, but didn't Hayden and Ewan?
No shades off.
What?
Completely smooth.
So they just
painted on. You wouldn't be able to do that with buttons.
Wow, holy
And
shit.
it's
I was
scratched
wondering. I'm like,
It's shave that all the way off, file it all off, back.
and they just kind of CGI it.
Painted on. You just can't see it. I mean, you'll see it when they go.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a
close
different
up and like
lightsaber.
when
And
he
then
choked
once you start to
Obi-Wan.
fight, that's a fighting lightsaber, which is very different.
Right, like that scene they cut out from your
Yeah.
with the choking.
Going through 10 guys, they're not.
But these are Jedi Masters
doesn't-
against. He does some pretty wonky horse powers.
Has he got his helmet on?
Yeah.
That would be tricky. If we do that, even with your animators, we'll have to have something on the guy.
Yeah.
Not that helmet,
Well, and
but
it-
some shape.
And
so
it's
that it
Vader,
doesn't hit it.
so he can't move the way Anakin did. But he tries, and that's
He can.
what's in the script.
Yeah.
He tries,
oh,
and
you got it like that?
yeah, he
Oh, okay.
tries, and
You've
but
written him down.
right. But and then Mace is like, you can't move the way Skywalker did.
You could change the script.
Yeah, we can change the script, of course.
Oh, you can move. You can still move. All those things, helmets, cloaks. All you have to do is get a thing, get it on there and test it, and then make that work. You know, make the cloak work. We had
Okay.
problems with cloaks. Everyone who ever does sword fights has problems with cloaks.
Yeah.
We and the costume department went through many,
Yeah.
many different cloaks.
Yeah.
Depending on what you had to do.
They really fuck him up.
They get it wrong.
They really fuck Vader up. Like by the end of it, it's just him and Mace, and he's got like one arm left. He's just completely destroyed, emotionally and physically. And
that's when this fight happens.
No, the fight happens when he's pristine.
But does he lose his arm in that fight?
Yeah, the ending is, I think, it's pretty good.
Well, isn't it? They cut his arm off in there. Great. I mean, if we can cut him up in there, that'd be
Oh,
great.
he gets the shit kicked out of him.
Oh, so he doesn't win this fight then? I gotta read it.
Well, I mean, this is supposed to be going into A New Hope. Like this is only 8 months after Episode 3. After this, we don't see him anymore until A New Hope.
Oh, really?
But Mace is around, and they're trying to kill him.
How did Mace come back?
Well, that's you find out in the end.
He might be here, Sam. Let's go and find him.
Yeah, sure.
I know where he lives.
I know he wants to come back as Mace.
He does.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll ever do it.
When we saw Episode 3.
Are we sharing? I think they heard us talking about being gay or something.
Look at our breakfast. We got do-it-yourself
Yeah, literally. Yeah, we're gonna be interlinked.
New York. Butter's frozen.
Where did you take me, Nate? It's like
I mean,
an hour to get here.
cold bar.
Did you guys ever shoot in New York?
What? Star Wars?
Yeah.
No. Episode 3, when they screamed, I was here and down there somewhere. They screamed it for,
Oh, they screened it here.
well, just for me and Sam. We went to this big cinema over there. Just 4 of us. Sam's his wife was there, me and the producer.
Rick seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, Rick. And so just us 4 in this giant cinema watched it the night before it came out. When we were walking back to the hotel.
Thank you very much, sir. You're looking good.
You realise shit. I gave him cold toast because he fucking expects. And there was a bum on the street. They're going to ask you for money. We know it's going to happen, and you're sort of getting ready to say no. I said, could either of you 2 gentlemen spare $500? 500. And Rick went, I gotta give it to him. He's just the guy asked.
Gave him $500?
He gave him $500, and the guy went, I knew that would work one day. I knew it would work.
Oh my god. Probably made his whole year.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, fuck hell.
You know when I come to the UK, we have to do a big meetup.
Big what?
A fan meetup.
Oh, yeah, you should.
They've been asking me forever. The UK fan base is huge.
Is it?
It's second place after the States.
Is it? I know one of your fans in Brighton.
Oh, really?
My optician.
Really?
Suddenly realised he had a Star Wars tattoo. It's like he's a massive fan and he hadn't worked it out at all. Even I've been there 20 times and he hadn't worked it out.
What?
I said to him one day, so you're a Star Wars fan? He went, yeah. And he was talking about you. I said, you know I did it, don't you? And he went, slowly realised, he looked at me and he looked at my name and I'd known him a year at this time. Oh my God.
I only like the sequels.
There's a guy that hates you. He hates me too.
Why?
He because of you, I don't know. Nude Gunnery, like Newt Gunnery. He's no one, but
Is he a YouTuber?
somebody sent me he's on YouTube.
Wow.
Someone said, type in Nick Gillard is a cunt, which I did, and it came up with this guy.
Nice.
Yeah, that was what he posted.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. We're now at the King, I don't know what his name is, something. King of Poland? suppose.
Oh, I've never heard of them.
Who said that? Who said that? Never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
Say again.
Never heard of them. Yeah, when Obi-Wan in episode 2, and he was like, Camino. And he's like...
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. He's like,
like Camino,
yeah, he's like
rains all the
Tyrannus. Never heard of him.
I think, what do you think? This is a bit controversial. He should never have had his helmet off.
Django?
Any Fett. Helmet should have stayed on. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
Yeah, why not?
Much more
Did
mysterious.
you watch the Boba Fett show?
No.
Yeah, good. You're not missing much.
Boba Fett was my favourite character before the helmet came.
Definitely don't watch it then.
Him and Salacious Crumb.
Oh, that's beautiful. What is
I
that?
don't know. Do you think they might have pizza there?
Let's do it. Wow, look at this field. That's beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Just imagine. Play with dogs.
Imagine in the winter. I've been here in the winter. It's lovely. With snow all over it.
Oh, fuck. Here, hold this. Get my good side.
Yeah, New York.
Look at this. Look at that, man. Look at that. That's thumbnail action right there.
So several hours later, we are still in Central Park, still looking for food.
Yeah, swapping stories.
Can you see any food anywhere?
Depends on your definition of food.
Pizza.
All right, so tell me about George, man. I want to hear some stories. I think you said hi at Central Park or something, something like
I thought
that.
he was being rude.
Oh no, yeah. Stories with George. You know, something nobody knows.
Do you remember? Must have been Revenge of the Sith when the ship is crashing at the beginning.
We're coming in too hot.
Like that. Anyway, we shot that on a massive revolving set, which is like a giant hamster wheel.
Yeah.
That almost like 50 feet up. It's so big. There are 4 rooms in it.
Cool.
That the actors, as it turns, have to make their way through. Anyway, so we were there one day doing that, and me and my guys were up in it, goofing off, obviously, because it was fun. It had broken, so George was down 40 feet down on the stage.
Yeah.
It was a tough old day anyway. We'd all had enough of it. But the thing had broken, this revolving set, and I knew that because I'd heard special effects below me trying to fix it.
Right.
Suddenly,
So that's the thing.
lost his shit, George. I was like, what's going on? Why is this taking so much time? Why are you goofing off up there? You know. And I lost mine too, and I went, fuck you. Stop fucking shouting at me. It's not my fucking fault. It's broken. Fuck off. Juicer Rick. And okay, let's break for lunch.
Yeah.
So we broke for lunch. I was angry. So I went into the catering tent, which was massive, you know, tables everywhere. I went as far as I could to the furthest table and sat on the end of it.
Yeah.
My dinner, my lunch. George shuffles in, came right away over and sat opposite me. Didn't say nothing, just sat there eating his food. I'm eating my food. And then Rick came in and sat next to George and went, come on, you guys. And George sort of looked at me and went, I'm sorry. And I said, I'm sorry for how I reacted to it. So that was kind of our relationship. It was based in the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys would actually like
He is a
hang
lovely,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there aren't many directors you'd get away with that. Anyone else, you'd have been gone.
Yeah, you'd be canned.
Yeah, be gone. In fact, on Indie Last Crusade, we're doing the tank sequence in that periscope, that thing.
Right.
There's a shot where another stunt guy punches Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Just as that all kicks off, that periscope thing.
Yeah.
And he punched him, got it wrong. Sean came too far forward. And
Yeah.
This guy punched him right in the mouth. I mean, like, bang! Proper
Right.
punch. Gone. Never ever saw that guy again.
Really?
Yeah, never again. Gone in 5 minutes.
Was Sean cool?
He's great, yeah.
I think he was the best Bond.
I suppose, but yes.
Who do you like?
I like Daniel Craig.
Well, Daniel Craig's great.
Yeah.
He's the new. Well, I guess not anymore.
I think he's going too, isn't he? Gone.
He's done. Yeah.
He's done.
He's finished.
I liked him, yeah. I quite liked Pierce Brosnan for a while.
Pierce was a little too soft
Little
for
too,
Bond.
yeah. Little along the lines of Roger Moore.
Yeah. I feel like it goes Sean Connery, then Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig is cool because he's like built.
He's right,
and
looks
he's
right, doesn't he?
rugged.
Yeah, he looks like a
yeah,
soldier.
Yeah. He looks like he'd fuck someone up.
Yeah, when you see those guys, like I did a movie called Reign of Fire,
Yeah.
where these guys coming out of a helicopter, they were called archangels, and they come out and shoot dragons with these big guns. They have a 15-second lifespan, 15-minute lifespan. And we had these real special forces,
Yeah.
British,
Right.
4 of them, about 30.
Right.
Jesus Christ, they look like movie stars, you know, but
Yeah.
absolute killers, the 4 of them. And that's the look you want for Bond.
Yeah. I wonder who they're gonna get next.
I'm not answering that.
You know?
No. Well, you know that we just walked in a big loop around this lake.
Yeah. We need to be going up, not down. Who said that? This whole thing, I'm just be quizzing you the whole time.
We could do this all day. I'm going to say Palpatine.
No. Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
Is that what you want George stories?
Sure. I don't
Me
know,
and
wherever the
Hayden.
convo goes.
Me and
Hayden
Hayden.
stories, yeah, Hayden stories, sure.
We went and did.
Well, I mean, the one where he upended himself at the restaurant. Well, that was like the story he told me about how it was supposed to be, this is the end for you, my master, and he was going to kill him, and
Yeah.
Obi-Wan does that. That still is...
We should do that fight. Once I teach you how to twirl,
Okay.
we can reenact that.
Yeah.
Because I think I can remember it.
Well, I brought Anakin's saber.
Did you?
Yeah.
Knobs on it. Let's go.
Yeah, well enough. Well, we just go over there.
Jump.
Thanks. All right, you made it. He still got it. He was just running in Central Park.
So Hayden was living with me in
Yeah.
Brighton,
Yeah.
in my basement.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that story about the 100 top villains?
No.
We were watching a television program one night, and it was the 100 top movie villain of all time.
I guess he's one of them.
He's number one.
Oh.
I was number two. I was the alien queen. I was inside the alien queen in Aliens.
Were you?
Yeah, I was the alien
In the
queen.
Xenomorph?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I did all three of those movies. As a stunt performer.
You were the...
I was the queen. I fought the pallet loader.
No, you fucking weren't.
I was.
You were fighting Ridley.
Yeah. In the pallet loader.
That was you?
Yeah. Oh, I was just inside
And then you
it.
got sucked out into space.
Sucked out into space. Anyway, but the funny part of that story is that both Vader and the alien queen
Yeah, that's
were living in the same house.
Why did George make Vader's lightsaber in Revenge of the Sith so different? Is there, do you even know? Or no.
You think I would know that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So different from what?
Episode 4, Episode 5.
Probably didn't have the design anymore.
Yeah. Because they sell that version. And it's,
Yeah.
They got all these different versions.
Lucas Arts asked if I would do that game, that first computer game.
Episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, they rang, said, can you come out? You're in San Francisco.
Right.
And Hayden, I said to them, 'cause I know the guy that does it, Hayden was with me, and they said, oh, why don't we could fly him out too with you?
Yeah.
And I asked him, he's like, no, I don't know. So we didn't know. But anyway, it worked out that that's what happened. We both went.
Yeah.
So we go out there, and they had put us up, they'd put us in hotels and stuff.
Right.
We didn't tell George that we were there, but he found out, and he made us go and stay with him.
No way.
Not made us.
Like invited you. You guys are staying with me or else.
So we got to go to his house, which was just such a joy.
Cool,
Yeah,
yeah.
and and have breakfast there, and it was lovely.
Wow.
And that's what I loved. It was a pretty normal house, a really nice house,
Right.
but not what you'd think it would be.
I mean, just look at the way he dresses. He's so modest.
It's a scruff.
Always the same thing.
And I did look in the wardrobe to see if there was like just 20 blue plaid shirts.
Were there? Is it just the same one?
Yeah, it's just one. Yeah. Yeah. So that was lovely. That that was outside. We'd finished the movie a long time before that. We were all doing our own thing. It was nice to see that.
That's cool.
Yeah. He is like a really humble man.
Yeah.
When you're shooting, like in Australia, I might walk past a pizza place, what we're looking for now,
Yeah.
and there'd be a bunch of people outside it looking in the window, and that's just because George is sat in there eating a pizza on
No
his own.
way. Dude, how big is this park?
Well, we're only halfway.
It just keeps going.
Yeah. Who said that?
I don't know.
No, I just made it up.
Yeah, all right. I was going to say something. We can talk about the elephant in the room. We can talk about the acolyte.
Well, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I don't mind. Actually,
Should we skip
go
on
for
it?
it, because when I was on the pier the other day, someone asked me a thing, and I thought I gave the right answer to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you might not like it.
Okay. Okay, so essentially what they did is this is 180 years before...
What was it? Acolyte?
Yeah, it's 80 years before the Phantom Menace. And what they fucking did, they brought, Kiadi Mundi,
Yeah.
the dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought him back. He's not supposed to be alive.
He got killed by Wookiees.
No.
but
This
he
is
was with
before
the-
all that. This is before all of this. This
Oh,
is
okay.
before Qui-Gon Jinn. This is 80,
Oh,
80
okay.
years before. So they brought him in there, and there's this assassin who's the acolyte. She's going around killing Jedi.
Why?
Okay, so in the beginning, there are these two witches. There's a witch coven, lesbian witches. They end up conceiving two children, two daughters, essentially the way Anakin was made,
How? If they're girls?
through the Force. And, what Palpatine tried to do and they couldn't do. Anyways, so they do that. One is, she's good, and the other one is evil. And then the Jedi come because they somehow sense that these witches are creating children, or they have a Force-sensitive child or whatever. They come out of the blue. and
Bit
they track.
Dune, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting. They track them all across the galaxy. They say, hey, we heard you have children that are force sensitive. And so something goes wrong. One of the kids wants to go with the Jedi. The other kid doesn't want to go with the Jedi. She wants to stay with the witches. So the evil kid says, I'm going to kill you if you leave, to her own sister. She ends up setting ablaze to the entire mountain. Everything goes to shit. The one kid leaves with the Jedi, and then they think the other sister's dead, but she's alive.
Yeah.
So the evil sister vows to destroy the Jedi for taking her sister away, and what she thinks is killing them as well. She goes on a bender. 16 years she trains with a Sith, a guy with a red lightsaber and all this shit. And she kills a couple Jedi Masters, and the Jedi find out about it.
They would know if, as soon as them two got killed. They'd sense it.
Apparently not. They find out that she's going around killing, that someone's killing Jedi Masters. Ki-Adi-Mundi is there, and he hears about it. Doesn't say shit, which already screws up the whole thing about him saying the Sith haven't returned for over a millennium.
Yeah.
So anyways, there's that. And then now the Jedi have tracked down the Sith Lord, essentially. He's like a Knight of Ren, which is like, I don't know,
Yeah, I know.
Disney's way, I don't know. And he's got a red lightsaber and he's killing Jedi. And he's got the Force, and he's evil, and he's pretty powerful. And so he had a lightsaber battle against like, I don't know, 8 other Jedi.
Who? Her and
The Sith
Okay.
against 8 other Jedi that try to stop him, and then he like dusts them all except for the one, and then they all kind of like go their own ways. And that's where we're at now.
I saw a little bit of the fighting.
Oh, did you?
Somebody sent me a little clip
Okay.
of it.
Yeah.
I tell you what I think.
I think it was the best thing since Disney.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think where they're going wrong with this fighting is when I did it, I don't know that much about it. In truth, you know, I know lots. I know a little bit about a lot of stuff,
Right.
and I know how to make it look cool.
Yeah.
But since then, they've been employing experts. An expert in kung fu, or expert in wushu, or whatever it might be. They're an expert in. And so those people have trained that all of their lives. That's their, you know, that's their thing. They love it.
Yeah.
And they won't deviate from that at all. And it shouldn't look that way anyway.
Mhm.
It should be, George's whole thing was just, it should just look familiar. It should be completely different but familiar.
Yeah.
You get stuck down a kung fu corridor,
Yeah.
that's all you're going to get. Everybody knows that. You know, we've seen that.
Right.
That's where they're getting it wrong. They're employing professionals.
They should just hire you.
They should hire amateurs like me.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what it is, because if you don't, like I don't care
Yeah.
about how kung fu should look. I don't care,
Yeah.
and nor does most of the audience. 99% of them.
Yeah.
They want it to look good.
Yeah, no, the fight looked good.
Does it
She,
look good? I'm saying this
yeah.
like I haven't seen it. So
Yeah, it
might
wasn't.
be-
No, it wasn't
but,
bad.
But the
I
thing
mean-
I saw was this weird
Yeah, there was lots of that.
junk. It's utter junk.
I mean, if you want to compare it to Episode 1 with what you did with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and Maul, it's not even comparable.
Okay.
And they tried to say that we're trying to outdo that or make it as good
why?
as that.
You know,
Well, it's like,
go
why don't
a
you just make
different-
it a good fight?
Go,
you know,
go a
like,
different way with it. Yeah,
why
exactly
you
that.
gotta
Make it
compare it to something that's already timeless?
Get it to something where other people want to compare to it.
Right. Yeah.
That's
no.
what- you know, so many times you go on movies and a director will show you a shot from another movie. You
Yeah.
go, I want it to look like this. You go, fuck off. You know, what you want is people just to look like your movie. You know,
Right.
so come up with an idea.
Right. Well, they had a cool idea with the cortosis. He was like hitting lightsabers with his head, and it was shutting off the blade for like 10 seconds. That was pretty interesting. It's from Legends. But yeah, would you notice that with the tick, 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 tick? What is that?
It's a version of that fighting with fists that's like that. It's just junk. You know, it's utter junk. Why don't you say what you really think?
Okay.
I fucking
Yeah.
hate it. You know, I hate that. I hate people swiping and people ducking. I know I did it a few times, but I really try and avoid that.
Yeah. Like, so when you focused on Anakin versus Obi-Wan, what were you incorporating?
There's an uncomfortableness about it, there should be, with personally between them.
Yeah.
And we do that by going too close. Sword fighting, you're there. Jedi fighting, you're in there. And it's really hard then to
Right.
get your sword moving.
Right.
But when you're doing it as a sword fight, I know enough about sword fighting to know, you know, how far away you should be.
Yeah.
It feels uncomfortable. But once you get into it, it's lovely.
It's funny you mentioned that because now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, all the fights in the prequels are very.
Too far apart.
There's a lot where they're actually very close together and they're like locked.
Yeah. It also helps a great deal with close-ups, you know, with camera work.
How is that with Mace for Sidious?
Well, it was the
'Cause,
toughest day, you know. I mean, I'll tell you about it now because I don't care. And of course, we got him 5 weeks before to learn that fight. As I've always said, I can teach anybody at all, you know, 500-pound
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Not Ian. It became apparent we gave it our best shot. Never going to work to the point where he would look good. You know,
Right.
It's Palpatine. He's been this
Well, he's the
mealy
best,
mouthed
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Suddenly he takes out, you know, Kit Fisto in a second.
Yeah.
It had to be right. And so straight away I made a call on it. Went to George and said, it's never going to happen. You know, we have to double him and we have to face replace him.
Who was the guy?
The double,
Yeah.
Michael Burns, fantastic guy. The guy, my number one guy is a guy called Carl Rowling. Works for me all the time.
Yeah,
Fight, much
yeah.
better than me.
He did Dooku, right?
He did Dooku. He did a load of people. Grievous.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he did a load of people. Carl is a legend. Burnsy was a mate of his. Kyle's got a sword fencing school,
Right.
stage combat in Australia. Burnsy was one of his students. He brought him in. He was about the right look, Palpatine. He didn't know that much. We trained him, but he was really good. You know, he got it again because he didn't know it.
Right.
He wasn't stuck on how position he should be in.
Right. Yeah.
And so he picked it up very quickly. Phenomenal, Burnsy. He's since become a poker player. So that was the situation we were in. He was never going to do it. It was always going to be a double on the day. Suddenly, George has forgotten all of that.
What?
He's like, no, he's got to fight. And I'm like, he doesn't even know the fight. He's like, well, you're going to have to come up with something. This is in 10 minutes. So the boys go off and try. And we didn't have 10 minutes, you know. There's a million things to do in those
Right.
10 minutes. So Kyle and Burnsy took him off. The best we got was dig. I mean, I was beside myself that day. You know, I was thinking, this is fucking, it's all over. We ran it again, you know, with the double. Then, of course, again, right up until when I saw it.
What, did George have amnesia or something? He just forgot.
Just forgot. So yeah, so I thought, well, you can't win them all. There's going to be one really bad fight in there. When I went to see it, it didn't actually look that half bad. Our version was much better, I think.
Well, the one you posted, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that was insane.
And there was no jumps in it. I'm not about jumps too much.
You mean the twirl thing?
Somersaulting.
Right, where he did, yeah. Well, you can pause it and see that they superimpose his face on there.
Can you?
Yeah.
So as I said to you, I saw it was sad.
Yeah.
There, and we both looked at each other afterwards and went. But I felt most upset for Sam because he put the time in on that fight. I don't have any footage of it because I fought him. When
Really?
we were rehearsing it, I played that.
Is he good with the sword?
Fantastic. I did Palpatine. Sam said it wasn't filmed. We just went off and did it quietly. And we got a shape for him that was Sam Jackson. You know, he walks.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
going
yeah.
with that. He does that because his knees are shot from football.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that was what I used. He looked amazing. Yeah, and he learnt
He's
the whole...
tall too, isn't he?
He's tall. He learnt the whole thing and he looked great. Really tight he was with his turns. All he got to really do was that with Ian and then half of a fight with Burnsy. Originally, he didn't have a fight in there. He sent me an email, Sam, before we started shooting that said, I have to do a fight. You've got to talk George into it. And he said, and if you don't, he said, I will strike down on thee with great vengeance and fury. You will know my name is Mace.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, he said Mace. Yeah. So I went to George to show him that. And he said, oh, well, maybe he could do this fight. And that's how it happened. That's all he wanted to do, Sam, was do that fight. Be a Jedi doing a fight.
Wow, what I wish I would have done better was Jango Fett's death.
Jango Fett was another one.
Which we talked about, I think, in Cali. Oh, well.
But I liked Jango Obi, that fight. I enjoyed doing that.
Yeah.
And the Emmy daggers, the daggers that he has.
Yeah.
We came up with those because suddenly we'd done the fight. It was all good fight.
Yeah.
And then George said he wanted them chucked over the edge and that there was this big, like, umbrella-shaped thing.
Yeah.
You know, these things all can happen just in moments and you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
He said, I want him to stop on it, Obi to fall off. We had to come up with a way of stopping him on there. We come up with those
With the
things that
gauntlets,
shoot
the
out
Batman
his
gauntlets.
wrists, yeah.
Yeah.
And we gave them a pretend name. We called them Emmy daggers.
Huh.
We just made it up.
Okay.
I'm saying that. Maybe it's a real word. Lady Gaga lives in there.
Does she?
Carry my,
Where are we going?
carry my.
Where are we going?
I don't know.
Where the fuck are we going?
It's nothing. All the stuff that you know about Star Wars.
Well, it's lore stuff.
We don't know that. That's not there at
Yeah.
that time.
I don't even think George knows half of it.
He doesn't. I'm sure he doesn't. I'm sure he has a
Yeah.
shorthand.
Right. About the characters, you know.
Yeah,
But
but-
how'd you come up with Mace's style? Because I don't know if you know, but they created like a whole thing called Vapotomy.
I've heard there's a load of stuff happened since.
Yeah.
What I try and do with it is go with the person. Whatever they've got that's their move
Right.
or or where they don't move.
Right.
You know, just go with that. Who was that girl, the red-faced Jedi? She got killed. She
Oh,
was
like
sat-
it's like 8 times.
Sa-
Shakti.
Shakti. Good name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shakti. Sounds like a
Shakti.
rapper.
Yeah.
She was so nervous.
Really?
Yeah, she's a lovely girl, but she's not a mover, and she was so nervous. I remember saying to her, she was just in my rehearsal room. And I said, well, what would you do with it? And she went, I don't know. She just did this, and that's what we went with.
Okay,
We
cool.
just
Yeah.
adapted that.
Yeah, sure.
And that way, they don't feel so stupid doing it.
Right.
I think that's the way to do it. Is don't force. That's what I mean with kung fu and stuff like that.
Right.
All those styles, they're so rigid
Yeah.
that you can't go any other way. Fighting is about winning. That's all. Nothing else.
But when you're filming something, how do you do it when, like, if there's, like with Maul and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, there's 2 guys versus 1.
Yeah.
How do you shoot that?
Oh,
So
okay.
it looks
What you mean?
real, like where, there's no dead moments.
So there's
You know
no-
what I
yeah.
mean? Like those.
I
hate those.
do. There are some. There aren't any actually. In every fight, they're all clean, but they're not the cuts that he used. You might do 5 takes, and only one is good, perfect.
I see.
And that's not the one he uses because the acting is better in that one.
Right, I see. He doesn't
Something
care
like
about
that,
the
yeah.
choreography. All
You
that.
know, and that might be the case with some of the other Star Wars prequel, since the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
It's wrong to just judge them
Mhm.
because you don't know what's happening on the day.
Right.
I do it on my own. I did the whole Obi Anakin fight on my own in my room, one move at a time.
Really?
Yeah. So I make the move, look at it. I've got 2 sabers, I have 2 pieces of pipe.
Yeah.
I put it against it and think, where can I go? How can I get out of this without getting cut?
Yeah. Right.
And when we do it with 3 people, we do the same thing. When we did it with Obi versus 6 of Grievous's bodyguards,
Yeah.
which was a fantastic fight. I don't have it. I posted a sort of bits and pieces of it.
Right.
It's not the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was horrendously difficult. But we got him into the middle, so we got Burnsy in the middle with 6 of us around him, and we made moves, so we just all chopped or lunged, and we worked it out what he had to do.
Yeah.
Almost stepping on something and bing and bang. And we got, that's how you get it. And you look for those moments of if somebody's like, they'll say, I'm here,
Yeah.
I can get him.
Yeah.
So then he's got to then deal with that person
Right.
as well.
Knock
and
them
that
out.
causes a problem there. You've got to.
It's like a puzzle.
It is like a puzzle, but it's great fun
Yeah.
to do. I actually did it. It wasn't Burnsy. I did that one.
Really?
I jumped in the middle.
Which one is this? The one
The one that's you haven't seen. The ones that now he drops a container on them.
Yeah. Right.
That was a great fight.
On Utapau.
Yeah, Utapau. Good
Yeah.
name too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can avoid those misses.
I wish we could have seen Anakin versus Maul. That'd be cool.
Anakin would cream him.
You think?
Yeah. Hayden as Anakin.
Yeah, Hayden, like against Duke, like when
Hayden is unbelievable.
So Maul versus Dooku.
It's a tricky one.
Who wins? Like
For
George
me-
says, hey, these 2
For
fight.
me, Dooku wins it.
Fuck.
Yeah. For me.
Yeah.
Maul looks great, but
Yeah,
he
he
can
looks
get
cool.
through them moves.
Really?
Yeah.
How would he do it?
Because he's a fencer. It's a different style. Dooku I did as fencing.
Right.
Small.
Right.
Whereas he's wushu.
Right. It's so cool.
And fencing should get through.
But how do you go one blade against a staff?
Quarterstaff. When I was a kid, I was in a medieval jousting tournament for 6 years.
Yeah.
So I learned medieval weapons.
Right.
And quarterstaff. Once you know how to use a quarterstaff, they call it a different thing now. It's in the Japanese version, but it's quarterstaff. It's the old English quarterstaff.
Boken. Bow.
That, yeah. Yeah, it's once you know how to use that, you're just as quick as with a sword, but it has furthers to travel. You think with a single sword,
Yeah.
with that you're bang, bang,
Right. Right.
You can't just go with one.
Right.
So that half second in there is where you get got.
Well, that move that you showed, one of the shots that didn't end up in the film on your channel, where Hayden takes the lightsaber, he like turns it off, drops it, grabs the hilt, and turns it on again. I mean,
On that switch?
Yeah.
I thought it was in the movie.
No.
I can't imagine why it's not in the movie. When I came up with that, that was one, what we were just talking about there, about us all together trying to work out. We got tied up there.
That move is so viral, man. So many people on the internet
Is it?
replicating it, talking about it. It blew up.
I remember being in there. What I wanted in that was that scissor cut his head off like scissors.
Yeah.
Which meant that you had to get 2 sabers.
Right.
So you work backwards from it. So I'm starting at the scissors.
Really?
Yeah, and I worked backwards into that, and I got to that point where this is where it is, and we were there.
Yeah.
and his saber's here. It's coming. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
It's every other way, and yet it's still coming.
Yeah.
I went, what about if he lets go of it and gets it? You know, and it worked. It worked.
George like it?
Obviously not. He didn't put it in.
Oh.
Got that one wrong, George. If you look, you can't see, can you really, how it all goes? But there's nothing you can do. It gets taken off you.
Yeah.
I'll show you a move I actually do the other day for a thing with a rope. Oh my God, I was so pleased with it. I had
Really?
somebody that on another job.
Yeah.
They got a piece of rope. That's it. That long. They got to get this guy with a gun.
Yeah.
Bizarrely, when you're on a film set, there's always this bit of rope with sash.
Yeah.
They call it sash.
Yeah.
And I practice tying knots with it.
Just make sure I've been getting this the whole time.
Yeah, piece of rope. I practiced tying knots with it. There's a
Fucking stick right there. Okay.
lightsaber.
There we go.
That's what you want to learn, isn't it?
I can do that.
You can do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
What can't you do?
So I could.
Yeah, let's see. Hand goes, your hand's wrong.
What do you mean?
Your hand is wrong.
Yeah.
You would somehow did that. You did that.
Yeah.
You keep it there. That doesn't happen, then you go faster.
Wait, what? How do you? What are you doing with your wrist?
I'm doing that, so I go that, right, just up,
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
that. I bring it up there, and I take it across there. And
Oh,
I do
that's
that.
it.
That's it. What it is it's that.
Am I getting too fancy with it?
You're getting too fancy, so bang, slowly, bang, bang, up, bang. But you've got to keep it tight there, in there,
We're getting sexy now.
tight in there.
Okay.
One, in there, one, wham, there.
Like that?
Yes,
That's it?
that's it.
Well, I mean, anybody could do this.
Well, that's it. Look, you look better already.
Really? Oh, fuck. So what I was doing. Well,
Don't
yeah,
do that.
well, what if you want to do this and you want to go
You
like.
can, that's a different move. Yeah, that's a different move. And
Oh,
then
there
if
we
you
go.
want to do it in a turn, it's bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, check it out. I've studied your moves for years, master.
Yeah, nice. All you need to do is
But
get
it's
your
when I
hands tighter to yourself.
tighter, like closer in.
Closer in.
But when I go like this, if I want to keep the flow going, I just go like.
Behind your back.
Yeah. How do I do that? You go like this. Another one here.
Turn.
I go like.
Body goes.
How?
Well,
So if you take it back
once
here,
get
how
up
do you-
There, then off that leg,
Yeah.
bang, and then you're into.
Well, I'm just trying to keep the flow. If I go from here, go like this, then I want to go back here. Instead of going like this again, I want to go.
Yeah, well, you go off your foot. So if you're going somewhere now, you're going.
I want to go like
You're
here.
going launch there. Boom, boom, bang.
Right.
It is, you've got to drive out. That's only a lead in to something.
Okay. TheorySabers.com. We're selling this stick for 8 million pounds.
That is what I use. I don't buy any fancy
Oh, you're gonna put me out of business.
yeah, nick it on stick.
Hey, that could work. That could work.
Yeah, anyway, my rope thing.
Yeah.
Girl got to get a guy with a gun with a rope. I do this thing. I like in normal stunts, not Star Wars stuff. You have a situation, you often get a situation where somebody's tied to a chair and they're in trouble.
Yeah.
That's it, and all they've got is the chair and the rope. Some bad people are going to come in with guns, you know.
Yeah.
So I always try and think of what you could do with what you've got.
Right.
And I've been working with a piece of rope, taking swords out of scabbards or guns off of people.
Yeah.
This way, just throw in a loop
Yeah.
that loops onto it, and then you can pull and it'll bite on the thing and pull it out. So I taught this girl, guy with a gun,
Yeah.
she throws it over his head, it loops round the gun there, she pulls back here, the gun goes shoot there, there's nothing you can do about it,
Yeah.
and then chops his hand out and she's got the gun.